Each week, the Communication Department invites somebody from the journalism industry to talk to us about their ideas. This week, we invited Ward Bushee from the San Francisco Chronicle to come and talk to us. He's the editor and executive vice president of the company. He's going to talk to us a little bit about what they're doing with the print edition and the online edition of the San Francisco Chronicle since its recent revamp.
Basically, on a structural, fluid, seamless interaction, we are functioning. What I'm talking about from the SF Gate standpoint is, okay, so we're at this spot. The content is getting on there that is produced by the newsroom. But the model for SF Gate becomes much more of not just a newsroom, newspaper website, it becomes a website for the community. I think that's what they'd like it to be. And as a website for community, obviously the interaction with the community is essential. So you'll see on our website something called City Brights. So these people from all these different walks of life can blog. We got a blogger on there that is an expert on, whatever you want him to be on, because he just taps into a link, writes a couple words, films himself doing it. His name is Zenny62 if you ever want to watch it, but and he gets a massive amount of hits. It's phenomenal. But the build out really needs to be of what a website can be as both an aggregator that can, and with its own content, that can create a footprint of 50% penetration, let's say, in the market. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's a huge footprint. And to get there, you have to have all kinds of content, and you have to represent communities. You have to have a lot of mass in there, and that's where they're trying to get. And that's what I was actually talking about from the SF Gate standpoint, where the news content becomes an important part, but not the only part that readers can expect to get on there. So, but I think that unfortunately in this business, as much as we care about journalism and covering ourselves, we don't always do a good job of it. And so much stuff that I think has created this atmosphere among journalists that the doom and gloom, whether you're reading on Pointer or stories that we write about our own publication, that this is bound to fail, has not done us a tremendous amount of service, and we may have been almost too hard on ourselves at a certain point and not seen what the possibilities of a time of transition might mean. Because I do think there is a good future for journalists, people like yourself. It is a very, I think, promising career to be in. It means more than anything these days to have good journalism out there with what's happening in the world. If you go places that Joel writes about and is an expert on, good journalism there is a tremendous resource and important asset to things around the world. In our country, with what's going on with the budget, or with what is really a civil rights struggle of Prop 8, or you name your poison, if there's not journalists with expertise out there telling you what's going on, we are in terrible, terrible straits, because people need to know that information, and it needs to be valued, and it needs to be paid for. I mean, that's my biggest wish, is that that we can't sustain free journalism. Journalists are professionals who deserve to be paid, and I think paid pretty well. So you see glossy pages now on several of the pages, and it's really amped up our reproduction, quality of our reproduction. And we've just come to a new level agreement with Transcom, where we will do every page in color now, which is going to be really fun. We'll be able to do comics in color and all the other stuff. So that gives us a little bit more edge in the market. So that's the idea here is that as we charge more for the paper, we're trying to improve the quality of it and the reading experience that is cosmetic but people like. Hey, listen, I appreciate you spending time with me, and I hope I was able to get a couple points across to you. I just wanted to say again that I really respect what you do. You're at a great institution. I think you're privileged to be here. Anybody would be, and I wish you all the well and the best in your career. And don't give up on this. It ain't over yet.